everyone, welcome back to a new video. So, as you can probably tell from the background that is down behind me, we are doing behind the scenes video today. So, this is going to be the first photo shoot of the new year. I am currently working on my second unit, which is kind of weird because there's 2 units, but there's 6 projects within the unit, which is a bit weird and I don't really know why they do it like that, but yeah, we're working on project 1 at university, if that wasn't clear. And basically I'm doing a fashion shoot today. If you've been around here a while, you might remember that during lockdown I made a whole load of trash dresses, so dresses just out of trash. And I also did a whole load of photo shoots at my grandparents' house, so this is essentially the same thing, but on a smaller scale. I have made a dress out of plastic, which I will show you a little bit later when I've got it on and everything. And I'm basically going to be doing a fashion shoot, and the idea is that our project is narrative, and so I'm kind of telling the story about, you know, environmentalism, capitalism, etc., and how it's destroying the planet. So that is the basic idea. However, I need to do some tests and stuff first. I need to get dressed, I need to do my makeup. There's quite a lot that needs to go into this today, and I'm not even sure how the lighting's going to work yet, so I need to try that out. I have actually, this massive case, which is actually lights. I hired 3 like circle lights, I don't know what they're called, but they're 3 lights basically from the university, and yeah, they came in like a bomb-proof case, which is perhaps a tad excessive, and it's extremely heavy, but thankfully it does have wheels and it kind of acts like a suitcase. But yeah, I need to open this up, have a look and play with the lights. I'm also going to play with some gels which I borrowed as well, see what lighting I like, and then I will get dressed, do my makeup and everything, and we will do the real shoot. I might also experiment with some props. Again, I did another similar shoot. It was still different. I'll put the image up on screen, but yeah, basically we put a whole load of my pillows in bin bags, and then I sat in like a pile of the bin bags, and that was like on my parents' driveway for, I don't remember what that was for. It was something for college, but yeah, I might do something like that again, but I'm not sure because I don't have a huge amount of space here, or at least not as much as I did on my parents' driveway, so I might do that, but I also might want to keep it a bit more simple, so we'll see. But for now at least, I'm going to get these lights out. I'm going to mess around with lighting, see what lighting I like, play with the gels and everything, and then I will get back to you and we'll get ready to do the real shoot. Okay, the lights are set up and I've done a lighting test. I'm pretty happy with how the lighting test came out. I still need to like reposition the camera a bit, which is really difficult to do because I'm doing kind of like a low angle. So I'm trying to like line it up with, you know, like the straight line, like above the background and also the ceiling. But the thing is, they're not parallel because, you know, every house is wonky and, you know, there's still going to be a few millimeters of difference between the background height and everything. So yeah, it's really hard trying to line cameras up, and also because the lens is circular, there's always a bit of warp, so nothing's ever straight, which is very annoying. But yeah, I still need to fiddle around with that. However, I am now going to do my makeup and get dressed and basically pull the whole look together, and I will come back to the camera in a minute. I put this dress on just as like a test because it's the most similar like real clothes I have to what I'm going to be wearing, because it's white and kind of see-through, so kind of about the same thing. But yeah, I'm going to do my makeup first and then I will show you the outfit I've made, which I still need to like kind of put together. I've made the base, I still need to like lace it up at the back because I made like a corset thing. I still need to like sellotape the skirt because it's all made out of plastic, so I had to sellotape it instead of sewing it. I've made these like scrunched up sleeves that I just tie around my arms and stuff, so that's going to be interesting, trying to like, you know, tie it with one hand down here. But that is the benefit of being hypermobile. It might cause me constant agony, but I can reach to tie things up by myself, which is helpful when you live alone. I am also wearing a bodysuit underneath this, which if you watch the vlog, you'll know that I bought this yesterday as I'm filming this video, and it just fit, which I cannot believe it fit, honestly. I actually bought two because I was like 100% sure that it wasn't going to fit, because they're from Primark, and we all know that Primark is made for like skinny people and children, and I am neither of those things. And you know, the biggest size they have is XL, which they claim is an 18 to 20. However, I do not believe them. And you know, their 18 to 20 is usually more like 16 to 18. And I mean, women's sizing is bullshit anyway, but I'd say I'm more like a 20, roughly, depending on the phase of the moon. You know how it is. So yeah, I had zero hope this was going to fit, which is why I bought two, so I could like cut them together and sew them if I needed to. But you know, they are very stretchy, so it fits, which is great because I've got a lot of work to do, so I didn't really have time to like make a whole new bodysuit, so I am glad that it fits. But yeah, I'm going to do my makeup and then we will get the rest of the outfit together and continue on with the real shoot. Okay, so I thought I would show you how I edit this photo. I haven't really done this before, but I thought it would be interesting. So I start by bringing my photo into Camera Raw, the raw file. I play around with the white balance, exposure, etc. I don't do too much with that in Camera Raw, but just a little bit. I also play with the colors a little. Mostly I do this in actual Photoshop, but I always like to play around with it a little bit in Camera Raw because it allows you to desaturate certain colors, which you can't do in normal Photoshop. I then crop the image and I start taking out my tattoo, because although I love my tattoos very much, it's not really appropriate for this photo shoot because it's just a fashion photo shoot, and I felt it was very distracting because obviously I am extremely white and you've got this great black splodge on my leg, so it didn't look that great. So I took that out just using the heel brush tool, and then I started drawing all the way around my hair, which is a very lengthy process, so that I could replace the background above my head. Because I took this from a low angle, I am too tall for the background, but I used the content aware tool to fill out the rest of the background, and then I started the very lengthy process of smoothing it out using a combination of the clone stamp tool and the healing brush tool. This is, well, it's a very lengthy process and it takes a long time to try and even out all the tones, but it is worth it because it looks really good afterwards. In a minute, you'll see me also lighten the top of the background briefly using the dodge and burn tools just to smooth out the texture a little bit more. And then I also go back in with the healing brush tool again, just smooth that out. As I said, it takes a very long time, but it is worth it in the end and it comes out looking really nice. So although it's a very long process and not particularly fun, it is necessary, especially when you're shooting from a low angle and your background isn't big enough. After I finish with the top, I also go back in at the bottom just to remove that little lip of the background that was showing and the little bit of masking tape you can see. I did tape it down, but it didn't work very well, so I just smoothed that out at the bottom as well, which was much easier because the tones are way smoother down there. I renamed all my layers, which I don't often do, but don't take my advice. Always name your layers, okay? I also play around with the color. I decided to make it black and white in the end because I don't know, I just felt the colour was distracting. You can see me adding curve layers here, and I'm masking out most of the photos so that the curves layers only adjust certain parts of it, which worked really well. And that is pretty much the final image. I did a few little cleanup bits, but that is pretty much the whole thing. And we are done. So I decided to mix it up a little bit this time and, you know, actually give you an insight into how I edit my photos as well. I'm pretty happy with how they came out. Honestly, it was not that fun trying to model and take photos at the same time on this particular occasion because trying to move in those like trash dresses is just so annoying. They're very inconvenient. Go figure. So yeah, not very fun, very overwhelming sensory wise. However, I am happy with how they came out. Unfortunately, one of my lights stopped working at the end, so I was going to continue, but one of them stopped working. I assume it's out batteries, but I mean, the guy said he put fresh ones in and they've been on for like no more than half an hour, so that's a bit disappointing. But I did get the photos I needed, so that was fine. And I think they turned out pretty good. I had quite a lot of work to do in Photoshop. I had to extend the background because I'm tall. And also I was doing it from a low angle, so I was going to have to extend the background anyway. I also did just a tiny bit of retouching. I also did take my tattoos out because typically fashion models don't have tattoos and they're a bit distracting. And that's not really the overall message of the photo. So I did take them out because it's not about the tattoos. But regardless of the difficulties, it came out pretty good. So I'm going to end this video here. I hope you have enjoyed seeing behind the scenes of another photo shoot. This one was a little bit different than the other ones I've done before. Maybe more high maintenance. Is that the word? I'm not sure. But yeah, we don't do that much stuff in the studio. However, I have a whole load of other behind the scenes videos coming up because I'm doing more self-portraits, but not fashion ones. We're doing more like contemporary self-portraits, so those are coming up. So yeah, definitely subscribe if you want to see those. So like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you would like to see more. Let me know what you think of the photos and let me know if you have any like photo shoot suggestion ideas. I'd be happy to do that, and other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video and I will see you in the next one.